Well, if you're bad, you're going to hell. And where's that, mama? It's in the ground, baby. And you'll be down there burning forever. Because there's a fire down there 11 times hotter than the sun. Well, my God. The sun is 14,172 degrees hot, 93 million miles from the earth, and I can feel it on a hot summer day. We can fry an egg on the sidewalk, and you mean hell is in the earth? And the earth is only 7,926 miles in diameter. And if it's the center, it's the radius of the earth. And I can't feel that heat on my feet. Somebody lying to me. So either you got to adjust your lie when your child figures out that Christmas ain't where it's at. But how will you adjust when they question heaven that you have built for others on the earth while we live in a veritable hell? Could you burn any worse than you're burning now? Could you suffer any worse than you're suffering now? When you go to refrigerate and open it, ain't nothing there. When you can't pay your rent, you can't pay your light bill, and the man cuts your light off, cuts your gas off. It's the middle of winter, you're freezing, your children are freezing. Icicles coming out your nose. What hell is worse than the hell of poverty and want and disease? What hell is worse than growing up in a house where there's no love? What hell is worse when God made a woman for a man and a man for a woman, but all our homes, 75% of them, led by a woman? A man made a baby, but a man is not there. What is a greater hell than to discover at 19 years of age a lump in your breast and you fighting cancer? You don't know why you're sick. You don't know why you're dying. You see your young men and women in gangs with guns and drugs, making the inner cities uninhabitable places, where we're running out of the city to try and find refuge somewhere in the suburbs, and the whites are coming back in the cities now. As you run out, they come in. And if you're not running out fast enough, they'll help you out. What they call gentrification. But that wasn't supposed to be my talk this morning. But I had to lay that base to say what I'm about to say. You're dying right now from a number of diseases, and you don't understand what's happening to you as a person. Africa is under a pandemic of AIDS. AIDS is crippling the black community, and black women are the number one carriers, they say, of the virus. In the Holy Quran, which is the book of scripture of the Muslims, in the 113th chapter, it reads, "In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, say," telling Muhammad what to say. That's interesting, because in the Bible it says when that one comes, it says that which he hears is what he shall speak, and that which he's commanded to do, that shall he do. And the Quran says to Muhammad, say I seek refuge in the Lord of the dawn. Because evidently we're going through a dark period. And we seek refuge in that one who can bring light out of darkness. I seek refuge in the Lord of the dawn from the mischief of created things. Satan is so wise today, he can take something that God created and make mischief with it. Listen to me. You have a need for water, because water is the source of life. A black female doctor wrote, water, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. Water, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. Used to be a time you could go to your faucet and drink water. Now you have to buy a bottle where they've purified it in some way and sell you water. Water, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. And since my body is 3/4 water, I need water in order to sustain my life. So he who can control the water and what is in the water controls my life. Isn't that interesting? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that the enemy would come at us in the water. Excuse me for my passion. See, this is why they don't want you to listen to me. This is why they tell you I'm a hate teacher. This is why they tell you I'm anti-white, anti-American, anti-this, anti-Semitic, anti-this, anti-that. What I'm anti is falsehood. What I'm anti is oppression, tyranny, and injustice. And if you were wise, you'd be anti that too. But you can't be against falsehood until you know the truth. And that's why Jesus said, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Back to the water. You drink the water. Something is in the water that's affecting human life now. I was coming out of Mexico one day, and I happened to pick up an English language Mexican newspaper, and they were talking about alligators and the estrogen, the female hormone that was in the water of the Everglades. And the male alligator's penis was getting smaller and smaller, and the birth count or the sperm count getting less and less. Isn't that something? How's your sperm count? I ain't asking about the size of things. I don't want to get personal. But that's shrinking too. Hey, but wait a minute. You say, well, that's the men. They got you. See? Every woman who has a cycle should cleanse herself after the cycle. What do you cleanse yourself with? See, there's something called white vinegar and water. That's the best thing to cleanse yourself with. But today, they make little douches for you that fill with nice smelling stuff. But when you use it, it begins to weaken the walls of your uterus. That's why even when you try to have a baby, you can't. And then the birth control pill and the birth control methodology. Yes, you want to have sex, but you don't want no children. So let's play, baby. Let's have fun. But, you must be safe with your sex. So get you a condom, as though that's safe. What is the condom laced with? Since you don't make them, what the hell do you know about it? I'm going to get deep in a minute. Deeper in a minute.